Well, let me tell you something, brother.
Snort, snort, snort.
Kogan. Drip.
Snort, snort.
I got the drip. Go.
Devour, devour.
All right. Well, everyone, this is going to be interesting to say the least. Oh, boy. All right. We ready? Hold on. Let me fill up my drink here with some water. Crap, now I overfilled it. Hold on. Hold on. Now I don't want to spill this. All right, we ready? All right, let's begin. Hello, everyone. Phil here, and it is time once again for another episode of DSP Tries It.
Devour, devour.
Today, we're doing something different. Today, we are going to delve into the realm of something that I have never tried before and very well may never try again. Today, we are going to go into the world of ghost kitchen food. Now, before I even start to show you the food, people have been asking me all week, what in the hell is a ghost kitchen? I've never heard of this. A ghost kitchen is a business that sells food only for delivery. They do not have a physical dining location where you could go and sit down and order the food. You can only order online via an app and then have someone deliver it to you. You can't even pick it up. It's only for delivery, okay? This became popular during the era of COVID many years ago when a lot of sit-down restaurants were forced to be closed, but they wanted to stay open and be able to make money. And so a perfect example of that is that during COVID, there was a Chuck E. Cheese franchise that had to close. Chuck E. Cheese is a pizza place that has all kinds of, not toys, but arcade games, ticket games, a big stage show with animatronics. But of course, during COVID, they had to close. So they started to sell their pizza online via a ghost kitchen that was named something completely different. And people were actually ordering pizza for delivery, not knowing they were actually ordering pizza from Chuck E. Cheese to have for dinner. Now, this has been different levels of popularity over the last 5 years. Mr. Beast Burgers is a ghost kitchen that operates out of other businesses. I've never tried one before, ever. And this week for DSP Tries It, we wanted to do something completely different. So I gave it a shot. Today, I ordered Ballpark Bites. This is a collaboration between Major League Baseball and a online restaurant service to sell similar food to what you would get if you went to an actual Major League Baseball ball game, but to be able to have it at home. So think hot dogs, chicken sandwiches, cheese steaks, and even some sides like fries and onion rings, but also a dessert in donut bites, okay? They have various different offerings, but everything is given on a pretzel bun, and it's very limited. There's 2 kinds of hot dog, I believe 2 or 3 kinds of chicken sandwich, 2 kinds of steak sandwich, fries, onion rings, and the donut bites. That's it. You can't get anything else from this place. So we talked about it all week. We decided let's do it. I ended up getting 3 items, 1 hot dog, 1 chicken sandwich, and the donut bites. However, this morning, I was curious. I said, I wonder where this actually comes from. Is it from just a private kitchen where they pump out the food? Is it from another restaurant? Because this is very possible that it's from another restaurant and they just do this on the side. So I looked it up and come to find out it is from another restaurant. And actually, it's from another restaurant that I have eaten at frequently. They're called IHOP, or the International House of Pancakes. So ladies and gentlemen, on today's DSP Tries It, I'll be eating a hot dog, a chicken sandwich, and donut bites made by a pancake house. Interesting. However, this did lead to one downfall today when I was trying to get this food delivered. So I ordered it for delivery about 45 minutes ago. You notice it didn't arrive 45 minutes ago. Reason being, the person who was delivering it drove, arrived at the business, looked up, and it said, "This is the International House of Pancakes. This isn't MLB Ballpark Bites. This is the wrong place." They drove around for 15 minutes in the parking lot looking for MLB Ballpark Bites. Eventually, I had to text them and say, "Hey, just so you know, I looked it up, and it actually is IHOP, so you got to go into IHOP to get my order." Then they stopped driving around, went into IHOP, and got the order, but it resulted in the order being late. Okay? So this whole ghost kitchen thing still has some bugs to be worked out. Like, why wouldn't they just list it on a delivery app as, say, MLB Ballpark Bikes, courtesy of IHOP, so that the person picking it up knows where to get it? Oh, I mean, that might take some intelligence, though, to figure out, right? Like, you have to have a brain to say, hey, actually give the name of the business where you're picking up the food to the person who needs to pick up the food. Anyway, so what we have here are 3 items. Now, for the record, the hot dog was $7, the chicken sandwich was $9, and I believe that the donut bites are like $7 or $8. Allow me to show you what you get when you order from MLB Ballpark Bites. You ready? Some napkins. I got the classic pretzel dog, which is supposed to have onions, relish, and yellow mustard on it, on a all-beef hot dog on a pretzel bun. I got the heater chicken sandwich, which is supposed to be chicken tenders with serrano and grilled jalapeno peppers, bacon, and melted cheese or cheese sauce on a pretzel bun. And I got the donut holes. By the way, this is the IHOP container. I don't know, it actually doesn't say IHOP on it, but here they are. They're supposed to be tossed in cinnamon. And they gave me this, which is supposed to be a caramel dipping sauce. However, right off the bat, I can tell you, they didn't give me the cream cheese sauce that's promised. It says you get 2 sauces with this, a caramel sauce and a cream cheese sauce. They only gave me the caramel sauce. So if you wanted your cream cheese frosting on your donut holes, you don't get it. Okay? Great. Isn't that nice? So, and by the way, I mean, to be honest, it's nice to have a bag that's branded to specifically what you ordered, even though it's not actually the restaurant. Ballpark Bites right there. Okay. Well, let's get to work. Let's give it a go. And let's see what this is like. Nick says, well, maybe it's ghost cream cheese, so it's invisible. From the ghost kitchen, the ghost cream cheese. Of course. All right. So, just to get it all on camera at once, here you go. Here's the order. Let's start with the classic hot dog. Let's see what it looks like. Well, they really wrapped this with a lot of stickers. I'm wondering, where do I open it from? It looks like you have to rip the foil here to get it open. What the hell just fell? Oh, a giant chunk of onion just fell. Well, I'll be honest. It doesn't look terrible. It also doesn't look great. I mean, it's been heavily wrapped and crushed in there. It actually smells pretty good. I can smell some of the probably the relish and the mustard, and the onion is aromatic. It smells decent enough. All right. All beef hot dog. Look at the standard sized all beef hot dog on there. All right. Well, we're going to give it a go. Here, I'll show you in full screen. That's what it looks like. There you go. And what I'll do is I'll put it onto the plate rather than try to eat it off of this foil, which is probably going to make a huge mess because it's covered in, you know, the salt. Look, I just dropped another onion. I'll just eat it on the plate. That's why I brought the plate in. And they did give me napkins, so that's nice. Oh, another onion. Darn it. I don't want my whole thing covered in onion juice because onion juice is very pungent. So I'm going to dry that. There we go. Okay. Dude, all the onions fell. Another onion. Son of a. Okay, another onion. Jeez, they all fell off. All right. So, $6.99 for this hot dog. Keep in mind, you can't get it in person. It's always $6.99, no matter what. Here's your pretzel bun. You can actually see it is the pretzel bun on top. It has that, like, kind of harder, stickier consistency on the outside. Okay? All right. Let's give it a go. How is the classic Ballpark Bites hot dog? Let's find out.
Devour. Devour.
Hmm. Hmm. There's a lot of onion on that. Okay. My initial thoughts about the classic Ballpark Bites hot dog. It's not bad. The hot dog is actually juicy. It tastes decent. It's not amazing. It's not the best hot dog I've ever had, but it's not awful either. There is good flavor. It is definitely an all beef hot dog because it definitely has that flavor of all the beef rather than one of the ones that's the mix of like pork and other things. The bun itself is flavorful. The bun has a lot of flavor to it. It's chewy, but it has that pretzel aftertaste flavor. So it's much better than a standard pretzel bun or a standard hot dog bun. Also, it holds up. Like a hot dog bun, usually when you put all the ingredients on top, particularly relish, it gets soggy. The bun has not gotten soggy. It's actually not bad consistency. The toppings, well, the relish is just very sweet. The mustard is a good mustard. It's that yellow mustard that has more flavor. I think they call it the golden yellow mustard. And the onions are good. I just think there's a lot of onion. What I would have liked instead of that many onions is some sauerkraut. Because if they had actually put sauerkraut on here, it actually would have been your typical hot dog with the works. All right? So I'm going to eat some more of it because it's pretty good. It's not the worst hot dog I've had. It's not the best. It's kind of in the middle for me. I like the pretzel bun. I'm genuinely curious. How would you eat this at a ball game? Because it's supposed to simulate eating the food you would eat at a ball game. This thing would go everywhere. Oh, look how many onions fell on the plate. That would be on you or on the ground, right? Well, I knew this was going to happen. The bun split, and now the hot dog doesn't sit on the bun anymore. The hot dog is delicious. I like that it's an all beef hot dog. It reminds me of a Nathan's hot dog. You ever had Nathan's? That's exactly the kind it reminds me of. So, not bad, not great, kind of in the middle, very messy. I mean, I guess you could eat the rest of the pretzel bun if you want, but look at the mess that it made. And I guess my question is, do you think that's worth $7? That alone would never fill you. That's not a meal. That's like half of a meal. That would never, ever, ever fill you, right? No, absolutely not. Okay, so now we're on to the heater. The heater is the chicken sandwich featuring chicken tenders, 2 kinds of peppers, serrano and jalapeno, bacon, and a cheese sauce. Sounds messy, doesn't it? So let's see how this one turns out. Here it is, heater. This one is $9 for the record, okay? Here we go. Rip the paper. Okay. $9 for this. Oh, brother. Oh, this is going to be messy, I can tell. It looks like there's also grilled onions on here that I wasn't aware of. I know it's supposed to have serrano and jalapeno peppers, bacon, and a cheese sauce, but I didn't know that it was supposed to have onions on it too. So, here's what it looks like full screen. Oh, come on. An onion. These are grilled onions. So the onions that were on the hot dog were not cooked at all. These onions are grilled. Okay. However, I'm going to be honest. I don't think they put the cheese on it. Maybe I'm not seeing it. I don't see any cheese whatsoever on that. It looks like it's just a bunch of veggies and the bacon and the tenders. I don't see cheese. And it's definitely supposed to have cheese sauce on it. So, okay. So here's what it looks like extreme close up. Looks pretty dry to me. Doesn't look like there's any sauce on there at all. So I don't know what this is going to taste like. Okay. All right. Let's try it. Already I can tell you a problem. Look, I'm lifting it up. The entire bottom of the bun has split and it's already falling apart. And by the way, I do see cheese sauce on the bottom. So maybe that's the problem. They bottom loaded the bun with the cheese sauce, but that's just going to make the bun get soggy and break. All right, well, let me try to give it a bite here and see what happens.
Devour, devour.
The first 2 bites were incredibly dry. There is some burn, so I think that I did get some of the cheese sauce and a pepper, but it's pretty darn dry. Hmm. I need to take another bite before I can even say something. Let me take another bite. Do you see what happened? It split by itself. I wasn't even touching it, and it broke apart. However, I will say this. That's actually pretty good. I'm not kidding. I never expected that I would be saying that. That's actually pretty good. So it's spicy. It actually has a good spicy kick to it. So I don't know if it's the peppers or the cheese sauce. It's got a burning. It's maintaining in my mouth right now. I'm feeling it on my lips and on my tongue. A strong burning flavor. The onions are delicious because they're grilled. The chicken itself is dry but has good flavor. I think these are just the standard chicken tenders you would get at IHOP. I think that's what they give you. But they're not half bad. They actually have a good seasoning on the breading. And the meat is good. It's just that it's dry. The bacon's fine. It's diced bacon. IHOP knows how to make bacon. They make it all day for breakfast. So it's not soggy bacon, to show you. Crispy. It's diced crispy bacon. Not bad at all. Actually quite flavorful. My one complaint, it's too messy. Like the thing falls apart. The bun can't hold up when you're eating it. But the flavors are actually spot on. It's spicy. It's savory. It tastes great. I just wish that it wasn't so messy. I dropped a tiny piece of bacon on the floor, and now I don't know where it went. Jasper will probably get it later. So, the grilled onions are good. Those are legit tasty. Wow, I can't stop eating it. It's actually good. I'm going to finish it. It's that good. It actually tastes great. So the hot dog was just okay, flavor-wise. This is actually a good combination of flavors. Tasty, savory chicken, nice, crispy bacon with good flavor, delicious grilled onions, and two kinds of peppers. I don't know about the jalapeno. There's definitely serranos on here. I don't know about the jalapeno, but it's spicy. They call it the heater. It's spicy. The only bummer is the first two bites were very dry. Once I got to the sauce and all the stuff in the middle, it actually is really good. Once again, made a humongous mess. If I didn't have this plate, it would went everywhere. So don't ask me how you could have eaten this at a ballpark. It would have disintegrated all over the place, in your hands and all over your crotch. Okay. Wow. I can't talk. We went from mediocre to actually tasty and good. Okay? However, do you really think that hot dog size chicken sandwich, which is just 2 chicken tenders, some veggies, and a little bit of bacon and cheese, is worth $9? Would you pay $9 for 2 chicken tenders and toppings? So obviously the problem here isn't the flavor, it's the price. The price is exorbitant. I don't know why they think that's worth $9. For $9, I would hope to get a whole tenders platter, like a bunch of tenders and fries and dipping sauces. Okay? Okay. Really quick, I gotta blow my nose. Every time I eat something spicy, my nose clogs up. And I want to obviously be able to taste these donut holes. So give me a sec to just blow my nose, and then we'll come back and we'll finish, okay? Okay. Excuse me. I don't see that piece of bacon anywhere. It probably bounced and went flying. I don't see it. It was small. Yeah, I don't know. Oh. Yeah. All right. So now for the finale, we're going to try the donut holes, of which there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I believe this cost either $7 or $8. So they're basically charging you $1 per donut hole, which is kind of ridiculous, don't you think? It won't even open. What on earth? How does this open? Oh my, it's like a weird interlocking plastic lid, the likes of which I've never seen. Okay. So, here's what they actually look like. Okay. They definitely smell like a donut. Now, these are supposed to have a cinnamon coating. Oh, it's incredibly light. It has an insanely small bit of cinnamon on it. Like, ridiculously small bit of cinnamon on it. Okay? This is the caramel dipping sauce you're supposed to dip them in. But what I'd like to do is at first just taste one on its own merits and see what it's like. Then I'll add the dipping sauce, and we'll see if it improves the experience at all or not. Okay? So here we go. Let's see. It is airy, very light. It doesn't feel dense like a donut usually is. It's very, very light. Okay, here we go.
Devour, devour.
Well, I don't know if you can see. Let's see if it focuses. It's empty. It's air. See the air in there? It's a giant air pocket on the inside of my donut hole, which is why it didn't feel dense. It's almost empty. It's full of air. The flavor, it doesn't taste like a fried donut. You know how a fried donut has that rich flavor on the outside? It doesn't have that. It's way more bland. I don't taste any cinnamon at all because there's very little. Normally, a cinnamon sprinkled donut hole, your fingers are like covered in it. There's like nothing on my fingers. Wow. On its own, that is bad. On its own, that is an insanely. It's not even sweet. It's cinnamon sprinkled donut hole. It's not sweet. It's very bland. Let's see what this dipping sauce is like, okay? Okay. So this is caramel dipping sauce to put it in. Now remember, this was supposed to come both with caramel dipping sauce and a cream cheese that you can dip on it. Maybe that would have made it sweet. but they didn't give me the cream cheese sauce. So I'm down one, right? Okay. Let's try the donut hole in the caramel sauce. Ready? I'm just going to eat the whole thing with one bite.
Devour, devour.
That reminds me of the caramel dipping sauce, or that would be in like ice cream. You know, they would drizzle it on top of ice cream. That's what that tastes like to me. The sauce is not bad. What I like about it, okay, is that it's more liquidy. It's not as thick as you would think. So because of that, you're able to just dab it off like that and put it right in your mouth. Mm-hmm. So by itself, these are actually awful. Combined with the caramel dipping sauce, it's actually not that bad at all. So there you have it. Now, if we had the cream cheese sauce, maybe it would be even better. Maybe you could go cream cheese caramel together, maybe. But I don't have it. They didn't give it to me. So I'm also curious. I'm assuming this is also what they put on their pancakes at IHOP. They probably use certain, like dulce de leche pancakes. They probably put this on top of it. So yeah, not bad. I'm not going to eat them all. I'm going to have one more. Let's have one more. It's just weird to me. I'm used to donut holes being more dense and tasting sweeter. And these are way airy, light, and don't have much flavor. Very, like I said, very little of that actual like fried flavor you would get on the outside of a donut. It's just like an aerated cake that has almost no flavor to it. But the sauce is good. The sauce makes the dessert. If it didn't come with this, I'd be like, throw it out. The sauce is actually good. Okay? So, man, this is a total mixed bag for me. Like, I'm right down the middle on it. Like, the pricing is too expensive, but it's not like so expensive to price you out of it or anything. The flavors are there. So for the record, there's another hot dog. It's called like the California dog or the LA dog or something like that. Now that one, I believe, just had the peppers that we had on the chicken sandwich, and it also had avocado on top and bacon. Would the hot dog be better with the peppers and the avocado than it was with the typical classic hot dog toppings? I don't think so. And quite honestly, I think it would have been way messier. Can you imagine trying to smash avocado on top of that? Already everything came off. It would have been a huge mess, right? That's why I didn't get that one. As for the chicken sandwich, they have a couple other variations. One of them, I think they just smother the top with cheese and relish. Okay, weird. Why would you put relish on a chicken sandwich? The other one is chicken bacon ranch, where it's chicken with bacon and ranch dressing on top. So very basic. I basically got the more kicked up, souped up chicken sandwich. Now they do have two steak variations. One is your typical Philly steak and cheese, which is basically just cheese and I think maybe peppers and sliced meat on that pretzel bun. Or they have one that's supposed to be like steak tips. So these are more chunkier pieces of meat with the breaded fried onions. You ever seen those? There's the fried onion, but it has the breading on it with that on top. And that's it. So I looked at those and I was like, maybe I'll get one of those. But first of all, they were $12 each. $12 for a sandwich the size of a hot dog. Sounds pretty ridiculous, doesn't it? And I didn't think that the quality of the meat was going to be that good. So I was like, I'm not going to spend $12 for a hot dog size steak sandwich. You could try that if you want. All right. So let me rate each item. Okay. I would say the classic pretzel dog was just okay. For $7, an all beef hot dog, typical toppings that you would get on a pretzel dog, like the spicy mustard, the diced onion, and the relish. It fits it perfectly. The pretzel bun was quite good. The problem was, eating it, it fell apart. The pretzel bun split. I ended up eating the hot dog by itself. It's kind of a messy ordeal. For $7, you're not even going to get through the hot dog and be able to eat it before the thing disintegrates. So that's just kind of okay for me. In fact, how about this? It's middle of the road. I rate on a 5-star scale. The classic dog is 2.5 out of 5 for me. Now let's talk about the heater. The heater is the 2 chicken tenders with the grilled onions, not raw, but grilled onions, grilled serrano and grilled jalapeno peppers, diced bacon, and the spicy cheese sauce. The flavors were actually on point. It tasted good. It actually had a good level of spice in the mouth. And I would say that was more filling, definitely, than the classic dog was. But it's messy. It got everywhere. And sadly, you're never going to be able to get an even distribution of the ingredients over that sandwich. So because of that, the first 2 bites were incredibly dry. But once I got to the cheese sauce and the veggies, it actually was really good. Okay? The pricing, though, it's over $9. I want to say it was like $9 and change. That's a lot of money for 2 chicken tenders, a bun, and a couple veggies, right? So the pricing is really what's killing me there. I'm going to give the heater a 3.75 out of 5. Okay? As for the donut bites, 7 donut bites for $7, where you're supposed to get 2 dipping sauces, and I only got 1. The donut bites are way too airy, not dense enough, and aren't even sweet, and only taste good when you combine it with the caramel sauce. That's got to be the worst of the bunch. So I'm going to give I think they call it like a sack of balls or something. Seriously, the ball sack is supposed to be like a bunch of baseballs. I'm going to give that, the sack of balls, a 2 out of 5. Way too expensive. Not good at all. Only thing good about it is the sauce. Okay? So overall, my experience with MLB Ballpark bites is mixed. I think the hot dog's okay. The chicken sandwich was actually good, and I would want to get that again maybe. But the price itself of over $9 is very off-putting. Would you want to spend over $9 for a chicken sandwich that's not even filling? Like, if I just ate that one sandwich, I wouldn't be full. I'd want sides and other things to have a meal out of it. So that's kind of pricey. I would not get those donut holes again. The sack of balls is not very good. Way too bland, and they didn't even give me the sauce that I wanted. I would be incredibly skeptical about spending over $12 for a steak sandwich that's the size of a hot dog. That doesn't sound appropriate to me. Way too expensive. And one final thing, as I said at the beginning of the review, if you're going to have a ghost kitchen, you should appropriately name it so the person who has to pick it up, because, you know, it's the only way you're going to have business is someone to pick it up and deliver it. You should have that named properly. Not, it's just MLB Ballpark bites. And the guy's sitting in the parking lot for 15 minutes. He says this doesn't exist in the parking lot. It should have said MLB Ballpark bites courtesy of IHOP. Then they would have known to go to IHOP. But the thing is, they don't want you to know it's IHOP. So they have a different name. Kind of stupid. So I think the whole premise of this is flawed. If you're going to have a ghost kitchen, at least say where it is. All right? Admit it. Fess up. Okay? All right. So Ballpark bites, not great, not terrible. The chicken is good. The hot dog is mid, but the pricing is too much. That's my problem with it. I hope that you enjoyed this ghost kitchen episode of DSP Tries It. For the record, I did look into it, and there are several more ghost kitchens around here, including one that operates out of a local Denny's diner restaurant. For those who don't know Denny's, it's a national chain here in the United States. I think they're international too. That's kind of weird. Why not just say you're selling sandwiches out of Denny's? Why are you pretending you're not Denny's? Anyway, it's been an interesting episode of DSP Tries It. Next time around, I am going local, but it's not going to be a ghost kitchen. It's actually going to be a local chain of stuff that I've looked into that does gourmet burgers, sandwiches, wraps, and shakes, but I've never tried them before. So this will be a first time interesting one here on DSP Tries It. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time, everyone. Bon appetit and peace out. All right. That is the episode, everyone. Luckily, that was better than I expected. If you want to know the truth, when that showed up, I thought that was going to be absolutely gross. And the fact that it wasn't, and I actually ate most of it, is good, you know? But there's no way I would order all that again. Like I said, maybe the chicken sandwich would be the only thing. That's way too expensive for what it is, okay? All right. Thank you for watching.
I got the drip going. 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 I got the drip going.
It's like a faucet that's dripping. You can't make it stop. So what do you want me to do? Have a mute button that every second I'm tapping the mute button just in case I'm gonna have to clear? Like, this is what I mean, these dumb kids. This is what it is, it's dumb kids.